Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on January 1, 2013. Just called it about 1:10 a.m. in Birmingham, Alabama, and the topic, can time really be running out for the world? I say, why heck no. This world will be here forever. But time is running out for two people. It's running out for those who are saved, because we're about to be raptured, because the next event on the prophetic calendar inside the Bible, the very next event, is the catching away. Called a rapture. That's the next event. Nothing else has to happen. That's the next event. And the other people that time is running out for those who does not yet know Christ. Time's running out for them. Because now it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost you anything. You just a little bit of faith. Accept Christ. But if you don't and you go into the tribulation, I can't honestly tell you what will happen from there. I don't know. I do know if you refuse the mark of the beast. And I believe the Bible says that, and well, it does say that, and I believe that the Bible means that if you refuse the mark and you die for refusing that mark, then God will give you a crown of life. So I believe in the tribulation, you'll have an opportunity to be saved. But you have to pay for it in a major, major way. And I know people die every day in numbers that you can't imagine, because they're Christians or they're converting to Christianity. And I can't explain why and tell you if you accept Christ today, then it's free, when for these people it's not free. So I don't have an answer for that. But I can say this. Every single one of them, when they take the last breath here, the next breath they take will be in heaven before Christ, where they'll be for eternity. In fact, they will be the first ones mounted on white stallions to follow Christ back down to earth to defeat Satan in the end of the tribulation period, the 7 years that's going to be hell on earth. But let me say one thing else. Jesus, you remember when he was on the water, he's in a boat asleep, and the boat's rocking and rolling, and all his guys are there. They're holding on for dear life. They think they're going to die. They really do. And finally somebody says, Jesus, wake up. We're going to drown. And he probably got up. Doggone it, I was in a good sleep. Y'all woke me up. What's the problem? Look, Jesus, we're turning upside down here in the waves. And he said, oh, ye of little faith. And he said, be still. He got aggravated at the water. And as soon as he said, be still, boy, the water was still. That's faith. Now, when Jesus said, faith, if you have just the faith of a grain of mustard seed, you tell this tree to uproot itself and jump in the ocean, and it will do it. Okay, here's what he is talking about. You alone, without anyone in you, without Christ in you, you can't possibly have that faith. We can't. You know, you just don't have it. And I don't care what anybody says. Oh, I have faith that I'm going to make $1 million this year or 100 million. It ain't got anything to do with that. Faith is when you accept Christ, Do you believe, right now, do you believe that Christ has faith? He had faith when he spoke and we were. No, he spoke us into being. He spoke the world here. He spoke all the billions of galaxies and the trillions of stars and planets. He spoke them all into being. He spoke the angels. They were there. That's because he spoke on faith, and faith had to follow. When he comes into us, when we accept him, look at the amount of faith he had. If you have this much faith that Christ living in you can do those things that he said he can do, then you too can do almost anything that you want. In fact, he says you can do anything that you ask if you have the faith. Unfortunately, a lot of people, and I'm one of them, I wish I had enough faith where I could speak all my bills to be paid, but I can't do that. But I do have faith, undying faith, that I know where I'm going to go, either if I die or if I'm raptured first. If Christ takes me away in the rapture, hey, I know I'm going. If I'm taken before I die, but if I die, I still know where I'm going, straight to him. Look, faith. Have faith that you'll be okay in 2013, because the things that are coming is going, you're not going to believe. The things that you're going to see this year, you're not going to believe. The things that's going to happen on this planet, you're not going to believe. It's going to be unlike anything that you've ever been through, and me too. I don't know how long we'll have to wait before we are taken out of here, but I do know that if the last 3 years were world-breaking years on every disaster that you can name, and it is on the increase, then you can bet 2013 will be worse than the last 3 years, and I would almost say combined. Look for an extremely sharp increase in sightings of UFOs. These are fallen angels. These are not things from other planets. They are fallen angels, and all the things that fallen angels did and created that are soulless. These are the things that you will see, and they're not here as your friend. Don't think for a moment that a flying saucer is going to come down the land and come out peace, and they got 6 fingers. Don't you believe it, because that's not what it's about. They're here to rob you if you haven't accepted Christ. They're here to make sure that you don't any way they can. But you have the opportunity to do it today. And these guys come. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Christ will be in you, and nothing is greater than that. Not all the fallen angels that ever lived and that's fell to earth, and not Satan 1,000 times over doesn't hold the power in him that you hold in you if you accept Christ. Just be ready. Be ready. We are there. Jody Wolf, Expoz.